Viewers and subscriber, the video I am going to play is very graphic. But before I get to the video, I'm calling on the opposition leader, Mr. Mark Golding. I'm calling on the Prime Minister, Honorable Andrew Holness. I'm calling on the Security Minister, Dr. Horace Chang. And I'm also calling on the Commissioner of Police, Dr. Kevin Blake. And these things need to stop. People, these things need to stop. This is not where we want our country to go. This is not where we want our country to head. So I'm calling on these heads of government to do something about this. It's getting out of hand. I'm not saying all police are bad. I'm not saying all police do these things. But I'm saying hold these police accountable for these things that they're doing. All the different agencies need to hold these police accountable for what they're doing. Anyway, people, look at this video. I'll be right back.
Come with him. We are the one that live with this thing. Come, yo. One day when come. Walk up and down back on me, yeah. Walk up and down back.
Now, viewers and subscribers, I know you've saw the video and it's very graphic. However, I want to point out a few things. There is about 6 or more police officers, men and women, surrounding this suspect. However, this police officer has his foot in the suspect's neck. Now, we don't want our Jamaica to go there. I am not saying the suspect wasn't being out of order, but there's different ways to subdue a suspect in Jamaica than putting your foot in the suspect's neck. This can cause a lot of things. We have watched the George Floyd situation where officers kneeled in the neck of a black man. Are we trying to do the same thing to our Jamaican citizens? Irrespective of what the circumstances may be, Mr. Prime Minister, Mr. Opposition Leader, Mr. Security Minister, and also the Commissioner of Police, this is not satisfying. This is not looking good. This is unacceptable. We need to do better. Police officers, you need to do better. Young police officers, you need to do better. You need to know how to subdue people without doing these things. And this is why I'm calling on all these ministers, INDECOM, and all the necessary agencies. You need to step in. This officer should be taken off frontline duty and should be investigated. We're not going to allow these officers to abuse the citizens of our country. We're not going to allow these officers to get away when they abuse the citizens of our country. Especially when it's caught on camera. Especially when it goes out there in the media. They say this is a taxi man. If he broke the law, you need to arrest him the proper way and bring him down. There's 6 of you or more. Mr. Prime Minister, Mr. Opposition Leader, Mr. Security Minister, Mr. Commissioner of Police. If there's a problem, we're going to point out the problem. That's the first way of fixing problem. We point it out. I am pointing out a problem right here. This young officer needs to be taken off frontline duty and he needs to be held accountable. This is not the training of the JCF. I know this is not the training of the JCF. There's one officer standing in his neck and there's an officer kneeling in his back. Come on, man. Do better than that. The necessary inspector of police, the necessary commissioner of police, assistants all the way up, the Vision commissioner of police. We're calling on you. We're asking you to look into these matters. We have to be careful of what is going on, going out into the media, to different places in this world. Jamaica is a place that everyone loves and wants to go to. But we can't allow the world to see us behaving this way and treating our citizens this way. So if a black man can do this to a next black man, what do we have to say when a man of another color does this to a black man? It needs to stop. It needs to stop. Mr. Prime Minister, Mr. Opposition Leader, Mr. Security Minister, Mr. Commissioner of Police. This needs to stop. We can't have this going on in our country. We can't have these kind of behaviors going on in our country. We can't allow police officers to display this kind of behavior in our country and not be reprimanded and taken off frontline duty or fired. This is not the behavior of the JCF. I call on you. I call on you. I call on you.